Hey guys, I'm Kayakis and welcome back to Map, a game about maps, where last time we were in the swamp, trying out our new building tool. Have you noticed that you can count your steps with your fingers? That is very much true. And here is our new map. That went smoothly. Let's go ahead and complete the next island map right away. So I gotta find the right piece. The right piece looks like that. What is that a house? Don't know. However, I'm curious if I can, one of these is my dock island. Yeah, I think it might be over here. I'll give it a little more look-see-do and see what I can find. But let's see. Oh yeah, I think we're definitely into the... Don't touch the water. I think we're definitely into the right spot there. Yeah, boom, boom. Got a little jagged spot. With a rock. We have our dock. Rotate it out like such as... There we go. Dock located. Let's see. So we need to break those down. How many treasure chests? 3 treasure chests. And I don't know how many challenges. Well, let's take a quick little look around. Here is an end point to a challenge, I believe. Yes. Don't know where the start is. Here is a start. I wonder. Can I... Oh. Hold on. Try again. Nope. Overjumped it. I don't even know if I can do what I'm trying to do here. It's either you're moving or you're not. And if you're not moving, you're really not moving. Alright. Let's try going diagonal then. Did it count? Yeah, we're still good. Let me up. Yes. Yes. No, whoa! Just slid me right off of that. Alright, this time we got it for sure. Jump. Yes, good start. Good start. Oh, alright. I think that gave us a little extra air. Forgot I could glide, actually. And stick the landing. Boom. And nailed it. Alright. This is what I have. My camera? That's not what I want. I want this. Break these down. Good. Yeah, so another little swamp area. That looks like... Oh, I bet I'm gonna have to map this thing out. Not where I was headed to. But, like I was trying to say, this looks like a landmark over here. Oh, no. Oh man, that was close. Alright. Let's break that down. Let's see. Try to build over to this thing the best that I can. Lock on there. Lock on there. Wonder where those go. And there it is. Landmark found. I'm not even looking out for this island that I'm supposed to be. But where is that? We're all the way over here now, huh? And that big house looking thing might be that thing in the trees. There you go. That thing in the trees? Not sure. Alright. But yeah, that looks like basically more or less all that's in this island. So I'll take a look around, see if I can't find one of these 3 treasure chest maps as we do. And meet up with you guys in a little bit. Alright, so I was just walking up here looking for any maps, and I saw this thing. And I made sure to not step on it. I wanted to do that together. Leave no surprises. So I was like, I wonder where the end could be, though. Jump off the edge here. Boom. I see something. So let's see if these connect. That'd probably be too good to be true. I don't see any end spikes popping up over there. Let's give her a try. Nope, that was definitely not it. Alright, so that means there are 3 challenges that we gotta do. 3 parkour areas. Wait, this isn't what I'm looking for, is it? Oh, hey, look, I found it. Nice. Where is this, you may ask? Well, I have no idea, but we found it. Where's my dock? I also don't know where that is. The landmark's somewhere way over there. I'd say we're, I don't know, here-ish? The big house might be that thing. Not sure. I didn't get too far into exploring, but we now know what we're looking for. We just don't know, I guess, where this thing is, really. Alright, well, while exploring the jungle tops, we were just right over there previously. There's the island. I found another start point to one of these parkours. Now, how do I get this to connect over here? I'm not sure. I see some rocks. I can climb on that fence. I'm not sure how to go about underneath here, unless right over here. Yeah, it's almost like I need a bridge. I was trying not to use bridges on these parkour challenges because that just seems a little cheaty. I don't know how I would get from here to, I guess, that rock or any other rock. Oh no. Let's take a look. Because I mean, obviously there's land. I feel like you go there, you have to run up here. And then you really can't go anywhere unless you build to go somewhere. Which to me feels a little bit cheaty. But if that's how the game wants it, let's give this a go. Alright, pretty sure I know where this is. Wait. I just heard the chime of disappointment. Does it not want me to go that way? Well then which way am I supposed to go? Hold on. I need to confirm something. Let me break that. And then we will build it right here so we can check. Oh no. Nope. Oh. But yeah, it didn't like that I used the bridge. So you cannot use bridges. However, I just remembered I have the power to glide. That's how you're supposed to do it. No, don't take me. I almost slipped into the water. Nice. No! Couldn't get on that bridge. Alright, hold on. Alright, back at the start. Let's give this another go. Oh. There you go. Had to make a bridge just to get over here. Drop. Ooh. There we go. Nice. Nice and easy. No, I did it again. Alright, 3rd time's the charm. Speedrun. Oh. Alright, touching the water does not appear. Oh, okay. If you get submerged into water, it definitely cancels it out. But just a little touch. Nah, you're good for a little touch. A little tippy tap. Speedrun. Not too fast. That was a silly mistake. I wonder, actually. So much easier that way. Alright. Yeah, I was just right up in there. Saw that thing. Now, I don't know how. I need a lot more of these I need a lot more of these building planks, which I don't think I can disable or destroy any of those. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I just ran up here, went across that bridge. Didn't really have anything over there. I wonder about here. If this will have anything. Checking the outside of the buildings too. Let's take a little poke around here. No. So, oh, no. Whew, at least we're up top. No! Oh, it's hard being this small sometimes. I wonder if I can actually... Whether or not there's something up here remains to be seen. Probably not. But hey, I'm up here. Alright, well, I'm gonna keep looking for any more goodies and all that fun stuff. Well, I just broke down 3 planks and I found this, which looks like some water towers, which I remember right there. Some water towers. So I'm thinking maybe right in front of that challenge platform, there might be a treasure. Can we glide over there? Is there a limit to the distance we can glide, or is it all height based? To be fair, you really don't lose that much height when you're actually gliding. Oh, yep, shut the gap there. Grab my shovel. I don't know, here. That'll work. I got apples! Also, I just noticed, can I break this thing? No, can't do that. I wonder if I should go on top of there or not. So now I have, that's not what I wanted. I have 3 planks. Oh no. Oh no. I'm making a mess of everything. Alright. You didn't see that. Oh man. Alright. 1 treasure down. 2 more to go. Let's keep looking. Alright, well, did some looking around. I wasn't able to find any more treasure clues at this time, but I did go ahead and work on mapping out this island, which I use the rock over here as a base point right next to the dock. So we're actually not too far from the dock. So I went off in that direction and this direction trying to get some stuff figured out, and this is what I came up with. So the first time I went out here, 13 steps, came over here, and that put me kind of in the center of the island. So that's what this arc is. And then I went off of this nub specifically up to that little rock. And that's what this line is. So if I get kind of the center of the island on this line with the nub touching that line, I think we should be pretty darn close. So let's go ahead, confirm position, and check out how we did. Looks like we are pretty close. Needs to go towards the nub. Nub. Oh, well, I guess that's the nub. There's a different nub. Lots of nubs on this island. Alright, let's give that one a try again. I think I can sweeten the pot on that one a little bit. So it was more over here. Or I guess it was more here. We guessed it to be more here. So we need to go. Yeah, it's not just one point, so it's hard to consider which way does it actually need to go. Probably like that. Let's see how that does. Hopefully I didn't go in the opposite direction, which I absolutely did. Alright. Yeah, without it being an actual point, it's hard to say 100%, but it looks like the point we're going for is between this eye and that crevice. It's not really a crevice. But so between this eye, so that's the center point that we're aiming for. Okay. So we decided it needs to go, so from here, it needs to go towards over here. I suppose so. Let's keep that nub on that line, I think. And let's give that one a go. How's that? There we go. We finally got her. Now we can continue. What is our new quest? They didn't give us one. Oh. Wait, we have another island to do? Ah, great. Alright. Let me go find this thing. Alright, so I found out where this other island is. It's right next to the landmark, actually. So if I could tie that landmark in maybe to that window. Actually, I forgot. I did draw a line from this rock over to the landmark. So yeah, it's hard to see that rock from here. I think it might actually be behind that building. But I do have a line for that. So if I could go from that line somehow get over here and then maybe find out where this little nub right here is exactly. Or you can see it does have this lone island. So this is over here somewhere. It does have that lone island, which is right here. So if I found out exactly where this island is, then I could, well, do the same thing. So I suppose, give me a moment. Alright, well, I made a big old bridge all the way over to this point where I'm going to tee off, which the nice thing about this is I know it's a 90-degree angle from right here over to there because of how these bridges ended up snapping. And you can see that goes pretty well close to the center of the landmark. And I would have this go all the way over there right now, but I don't have that many bridges. So I'm going to count out these steps and then be able to count out the other ones. Alright, well, I decided to actually go off of the landmark instead because I can actually know exactly where that is instead of guessing like I am the dock. I could be a little bit off on the dock. Although I guess it actually went to the rock, didn't it? Not the dock. Oh well. So I measured over there, measured over to here. I put a little dot there. Can't see it because it's buried. But I think this is where it is going to go. I did my best to eyeball a 90-degree angle, which I think is what this still is. So I'm thinking we're going to be pretty close. Let's see. There it is. Spot on. Love to see that. First try. How are we looking? According to the cartographer, wants us to mark the center of the kings. What could it mean? And why the center? Mark the middle between two kings. Well, I hope they're close together. Otherwise, that's going to be annoying. I guess I'm going to go and break this whole thing down. Alright, so I think this is one of the kings. And then the other one, I think, is actually behind this building over here. All crumbled and decrepit. Let's sneak over here right there. So I'm thinking those are the two kings. It's going to be a little bit difficult considering there's a building in the way. But I guess it hasn't stopped me before. If I can just place it up there, might be able to actually get that to work out pretty well. So I'm going to climb up there because I think the only way to get onto that second floor is through the outside window. Alright, so I got a bridge connecting the two kings. This should be the top of one of the king's heads. Right there, okay. And then let's see where the other top of the head is. So then I can figure out how far apart they are. And how far the middle then is from the one of them. I mean, this one doesn't exactly have a head, but if I had to guess, it'd be right around here. Alright. But the hard part isn't finding out where the middle is, it's finding out where the middle is, if you catch my drift. I think we're going to have to use that same line that we used between that rock and the... It's about 20 and a little over half. But using that same line between the landmark and the rock is probably going to be our best bet. So, let's see. I guess it's actually going to be 10 in a short half from one of these statues. Oh, that means I'm going to have to figure out where one of these statues is, huh? Or, I just take this point, and I measure out 10 in a short part. 10 in a short half steps and see where does that land me. Creep up kind of right here on this. I mean, that's a full half. But that does almost seem to line me up with the rock I've been using. The rock's over there. Can't quite see it. So that's actually kind of interesting. I'm almost on that same line that I've been using. Very interesting. Alright, so right about here should be the midway point between them. Yeah. And so I made a little bridge over to the landmark, so that should tell me how far from the landmark it is. And then if I could go... I don't know, I'm trying to triangulate it. The stone is covered, but I could use that. I could also use the nub, or that small island that is over there, which is also currently covered. So I'm not sure. We do have a couple of options that we can use to try to triangulate it. But as of right now, this is the first step in that. We're looking at almost exactly 19 steps. So coming to the map, grab our compass. Or, yeah, compass. I was going to maybe correct myself to protractor, but that's not right. Bring that out to 19. And from this point here, I do wish I could zoom in just a little bit more. Bring that up to here. Because I don't think we're actually on that exact same line, but we are very close. So I don't think we're exactly there. I think we're off a little bit. Judging by this island here, you can see how close to the tip we are right there. But if I come back out here, we're a little further over than on that tip. Tip's like here or here. I could eyeball it, take a little guess. Say it is right here. That seems pretty close. You know what? Let's give her a shot. Wait, where did that land us? That appears to be further out than I wanted. Interesting. I went 19 steps. Yeah. So the spot that I want is basically spot on with what I said I want. I just miscounted, I guess? Huh. Okay. So we need to go almost straight towards that island, a whole step. No, 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 no. I almost click continue. We don't hit continue here. So we want to go almost straight towards that island, a full step. Which is wild to me, considering that's not even close to where my line is. How are we doing now? Looking pretty good. Pretty good. Alright. Center mark. Supposed to dig up treasure. Alright. Don't have to tell me twice. Boom. Nice. I wonder if that is one of the 3 that we're supposed to get. Spyglass? Is that a new tool? Or is that a sticker? I guess we'll never know. Did I do... I only did 2 of the 3. I didn't even see the 3rd one, and we only did a couple of the treasures. Well, that's sad. Alright, well, let's hop into this next one. Let's see what this one has to offer. Might need a spyglass for something here. Moss does not always grow in the north. Well, that's good to know. A telescope! Yes, but when I think about it, the way you treated Rue was wrong. Locked herself in her cabinet, several islands. Did I do something wrong? He said some mean things. She doesn't meet my expectations. That's not the point. Respect and understanding. Understanding. Let's see. I'll write down the next objectives on the map. Try out the telescope. Measure. Wait. I can use to measure distances from afar. Wait. Mark the vessel filled with water. Wait, so if I know where I'm at on the map, and I can just grab this thing and... Wow, that's tall. How far can this go? Oh, I saw 87 over there. Oh, I can zoom. Whoa. This thing gets sensitive when you zoom. I saw 90. I think around 90, maybe 100 is the max. So yeah, if I could figure out where this is, I could, like that thing. Almost 10 steps away over there. Alright, where am I though? I'm not sure if it's going to actually show me because I'm on all these planks. but that almost feels like cheating using this telescope. And there I go, taking a drink. Oh, alright. Break this thing. And can I reach that? No. No, I cannot. Come over here, break those. Ooh, don't overjump. Alright, so this is like a logging camp, basically, is what it looks like. Or maybe this is one of the old towns. Oh, wait, I know where this is. That's actually on the map, right here. So we are right here. And wait, what's my objective? Mark the vessel filled with water. Sure, wherever that is. Break all of those. Usually those are hiding some kind of treasure map whenever you gotta break them all like that. So that's where I have to go. Oh, wow. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm in trouble. I did not mean to do that. Alright. But that's an endpoint there. I wonder if these trees right here count as land, or if only, well, land counts as land. See some more I can break there. I'm not sure if I want to break those ones, but maybe. Well, at least break the end one because it's not doing anything. Alright, but yeah, it just kind of looks like a logging camp, or maybe, I'm not sure if I actually finished the thought I was working on saying. Maybe this was one of the old settlement towns. And then someone came in and started destroying the homes, but I don't see any like house debris, so I'm gonna say that probably isn't the case. Any map? No. Alright, well, it doesn't look like there's gonna be a ton to see around here, so I'll just keep it. Oh, that was not an island that I could jump on. Is that a vessel filled with water? Kind of. Don't know if that's the right vessel filled with water, but it's definitely underwater and thus filled with it. Hmm. That one's a tall tower. That does look like a landmark. And then that looks like I could probably get over to those trees with it. Let's give her a go. Alright. Does this log disqualify me? No. I actually want to be on this log. There we go. Ooh! Can I? Oh, nice. Doesn't seem like these trees could disqualify me from the race. Glad I went to the right one too. There it is. Let's see. How many treasure chests? Just the one. Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing a whole lot here. But if that's the vessel filled with water, which I'm going to go and explore more around here, make sure I'm not missing anything major, then, but otherwise, yeah, I think that shouldn't be too bad. Well, I found another one of these parkour points, but I'm not sure where this one actually goes. I guess we'll just go this way. I probably don't want to land here because, I mean, where am I going to go from here? I could try to make my way on top of that log. It's probably my best bet. Oh, make it. Ooh. I'm actually trying to make it onto the other. Oh my goodness. I'm actually trying to make it onto the other side of this log, but I'm just not confident. Make it. Oh, nice. Oh, I see it. It's all the way down there. So I should be able to glide probably over to that structure. By structure, I mean these pile of logs. Hop up there and glide to victory. That's my hope. That's my thought. And bingo. Even though it just slid me straight off of it as soon as I stepped on it. Alright. I mean, is this the vessel filled with water? Probably. It's not actually underwater. I have 17 bridge pieces, and now I have 20. Alright. So I'm assuming this is where I want to be. That's the tower. I wonder if that actually will mark on my map. I see that it's hollow in the middle. It looks like I'm going to say yes. This will mark on my map. Okay. Oh, did you see what I saw? One of those down. Put one of those down. Put one of those down. And boom! Oh no, it's a face. Pareidolia. Wherever could that be? I have no idea. No, yes. Haha. Wherever could that be? Nobody will ever find it. Lost to the ages. Never to be seen. So what else do I have here? I don't even know. These things, haven't had a single use for them. It's quite disappointing, actually. Alright, my telescope, however, well, that's also disappointing. Oh, man. Telescope, however... Actually, I know where this tower is, right? And if I can find the water vessel, which, I mean, I already know where it is, and then I use my telescope to tell me how far it is. So I'm on this. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, the higher up I go with the verticality, it is a little bit further, but 14.3 steps takes me to the ridge. So, grab that, put that there. Wait, this actually is telling me how many steps I have now? Oh, that's so nice. Saves so much more time. Wish it told me that from the start. Alright, that looks about right. 14.3. Now, I don't know where in all of this mess it could be, so we're going to mark a whole wide circle. I don't think it's beyond this point, because there's those islands, so I'm thinking it's more down here. I should figure out where this island is, and then that'll give me a rough idea on where in relationship to all of that it is. Is this that island? Let's see. Yeah. So there's the island. So actually it looks like we're back here. That's good to know. And now if I could find another landmark, or I go from like that nub on straight back over to this jar, the vessel, that would also work. Alright, so should be right on top of the vessel, hopefully. It's actually really hard to see. Alright, so yeah, it's right there, right on top of it. I made a bridge. Just walk the bridge, and should take us right to a nub. About 7 steps off from the nub. Yeah, we'll go a solid 7. Which, thankfully, this now tells me where 7 is. So now, if I go from here, that tip right here, we'll get it close by. That should be right where this vessel is. So we grab our handy dandy pointer, put that right there, and how did we end up doing? Oh, we're actually a little bit off. It's probably with that nub. Didn't quite get right on the nub where that I wanted to. Looks like a little bit further away from, so diagonal, almost a full step between there and there. The tower and the nub. Very sad. So tower, nub, we go away. I don't know how I'm getting off by that much. Because I knew exactly how far... Oh, that's why. You know what I did? I went 14 point... Hold up. I did 14.3 steps from the center. I didn't measure to the center. I measured over here. So really, it should be over here. And then, yeah. Alright, let me give this a shot, because that should be closer, hopefully. Well, not quite, really. Alright. Alright, fine. We'll just throw her down where it probably is then, right in here. I can't believe I got even further off doing that. Yeah, I probably measured right there. It kind of depends on where you decide to put your point on the tower. But there we go. We got it figured out. What else is next? Mark the goddess's shrine. I'm not sure where that is. So I guess we'll have to go and find it. Alright, well, looks like the goddess's shrine is a little bit worse for wears. But I should be able to do something similar. Hopefully a little more accurate this time. Well, let's give this thing a little floor to stand on. At least this one's a little easier to determine where... Hello? Where the center of it is. Especially if I can't run into it. So... Naturally... Can't see right where I want to be. Oh, come on. Nope. Wait, I'm falling. Help. 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 I just wanted to get a little look around, see if I can look around towards the tower, I should say. Let's see. Oh man, this thing gets sensitive when you zoom in. But I can see the center. No, wait, that's not the center pedestal. Never mind. That is one of the challenge areas. But let me get an idea of how far. So it's about 30 steps away. So if it doesn't say 30 steps away, then it means it's reading something else. Yeah. It's reading those vines or something there. Even if I zoom in, it's reading those vines. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Alright, but we do have the islands right over there. Okay, so that's the treasure chest that we found just a bit ago. Let's see. That's a 16. I'm just... If I go up to that lid... Alright, I think 14... 14.3 seems to be the magic number. So we go... Oh, no, I got it already. 14.3 from the center island over... I think we're over here. So let's bring that over here. We'll start up here just because, well, should give us plenty of working space. So if I could figure out where we are up here, that would be ideal. However, I don't know. I do not know. And judging by this, yeah, it's going to be difficult to do anything other than that. It's almost like they put that tree there on purpose. I mean, 14.3. I don't think it's really going to change whether I'm here or not. 14.4. Yeah, that's close enough. Let's see. Alright. See if I can't get something along here. It is kind of difficult to gauge, but it looks like go a solid 30. I don't even think this thing can go out to 30, can it? No. I wonder why 24.3 is where it decides to cut off at. But let's see. Yeah. I was trying to debate on whether or not I could still use this being 30 steps and all, but I don't think I can. The best bet I could do is try to triangulate something else. a center point maybe between these. Maybe. I might be able to triangulate something. Alright, well, I think I might have figured out why my measurements have been off, particularly on all these ones here. Is that it looks like, so I just measured out 23 steps, which actually the game says is 22.7 steps, which is why, and well, this is what I'm sticking with. My measurements over here have been off as well. So I'm not entirely sure how best to go about this. I might have to remeasure this. I tried finding a point in which I could use for triangulation point references. This is probably not going to be accurate. I'm kind of going to just run with it anyway, hopefully, as long as these lines intersect. Oh, it's so close. I'm half tempted just to kind of run with it at this point. Looks like the game is lying to me. Oh, they do intersect right in there, don't they? Alright, let's just kind of eyeball it. Hopefully this is right. It should be close, however, this point here was measured with these incorrect numbers there, which that's actually really annoying. The fact that the game gives you steps as a value there, but is actually wrong on the value it gives you. That just seems pretty pretty bad. Alright, we are a step and a half away from the tower, but also need to kind of go in towards the tower. Alright, so there's the tower, so we're a step and a half away, but inward? Okay, so here? Let's see how that goes. There we go. Pretty good. Alright, well, now I know, at least in the future here, do not rely on those values. This is a PSA. Don't rely on those values. Measure it out yourself. You will get better, accurate readings. What is that? Is that what is that? I don't know. Mark the center of the tallest tree stump. Tallest tree stump? That one? Because, I mean, that one's pretty tall. Yeah, I think it is that one. It'd be pretty sneaky if it was that one on its side. But, I mean, I can go off of the shrine there, which... I mean, this did say it was 0, 0... Wait, no. It's right here. That was my first guess. Okay, okay, okay. I thought it was going to have a actual dot. Like a solid red flag, I guess. I guess not. So the hardest part is going to be the center part of this, because it's going to be hard just to use my telescope to see anything. So here's the center. Can I see? No, I might be able to do some jump shots. See that is 22 and a half. So yeah, I mean, I could if I wanted to, instead of going 22 and a half here, probably right there, 22.2 would be more accurate. But like I said, if you're wanting more accurate measurements, because yeah, you can see right there, that's actually going to be 10. It calls it out as 9.8. So it's not the most accurate thing, which is crazy considering it's, well, implemented into the game. This has been a really fun game, and I was really excited to see that it told me, but now it kind of really disappointed me that, well, it's not finished in that regard. I'm going to assume it's right in the middle of this thing. If it's not, then sad. Very sad. I'm also going to assume it doesn't go beyond the border. Alright. Somewhere in that zone. Now, I go from here to... Can I... I mean, I can easily see that's 9.2 from that edge right there. It's very easy to see right there. I can almost see that point over there. 20, but it's like 26. I can only go to 24.3. So I guess we'll stick with 9.2 and do my best. So it's probably actually on this thing going to be calling out as just 9. 9.2 right about there. Yeah, we'll just go. Well, no. I need to remember, don't trust this thing. Don't go off of that thing at all. Do what I think is about a fifth of the way through. Yeah, right in there, I think. And we are off of one of these walls. I'm not actually sure which wall. We'll call right there. Hopefully that's close enough. Hopefully right there. Let's see how we do. Very close. Still 3 stars. It's not perfectly center. I'm guessing that's because I didn't know exactly the orientation of which wall to go off of, but not too shabby actually. It's at the end of that island. No. No, it is not. Mark this stump. Mark this stump. Oh, okay. I got really confused, but I actually know exactly where that is. It is right... What's over there? It is right... Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, there it is. I actually see it now. Oh, I can... That's cool. There! Wait for it. There! Alright. So... If I stand on this, I hopefully can't see anything. Cool. Can't even see the tower. Wow. Yeah, I can't see anything at all. All right. Give me a moment, please. All right, so I found a spot. 20.2. That is what we're going to mark down. There we go. 20.2 translates actually closer to 19.8. But we should be somewhere along that line. I just went off of this little nub right there. So if I can find another spot over here, then we'll be golden. Alright, and you won't believe it, I got 20.2 yet again. So let's head to the map. This time I went off of... Right. Hold on. Here! Seems to be my favorite spot. This map is right in the center of this island. Alright. So bring that in closer. Draw my little line. Bring in this guy. And hopefully... I feel like I haven't done any of these well this playthrough. Finally, we're getting somewhere good here. Alright. Yeah. Once I figured out how to use the compass and absolutely not trusting the text that it gives you, then you start doing pretty well. Alright, but this has gone on a little bit of a longer episode. I am a little sad I only got through 2 maps. Sorry about that. Maybe we'll try to get a third one in the next video, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider giving it a like. Also consider subscribing. I would greatly appreciate it. And until next time, I will see you guys later. So goodbye.